agents can already talk to each other, and now with X402 within Google's new AP2, they can pay each other too. So the patent family, centered on US11196566B2, provides foundational technology for the secure intermediary-free value exchange that underpins X402's stablecoin-based payments within Google's AP2 framework. So Reggie Middleton has been ahead of the curve for years, predicting market trends such as the collapse of Lehman Brothers and Bear Stearns and the dawn of DeFi and DeFi, distributed and decentralized finance. And it looks like he's done it again. Here we have a couple articles I'm going to go through. This one here from ZeroHedge. Agent payments are about to revolutionize global financial infrastructure. And this article basically highlights the new X402 within Google's new AP2, or the Agent Payment Protocol. And here it says, agents can already talk to each other, and now with X402 within Google's new AP2, they can pay each other too. Stablecoins make this possible at the speed of code, unlocking micropayments and new models of automation that legacy rails simply can't support. Sounds pretty familiar, doesn't it? And then here we have Coinbase, Google, and numerous others have teamed up to build payment rails that allow autonomous AI agents to instantly transact at vast scale without the need for banks using stablecoins on blockchain rails. Sounds very much like what Reggie's been talking about for years, and it's actually what's being implemented into the Veri SmartMetal silver rounds. You can find out more about these at the VeRiDAO.io website. All right, moving on. It doesn't take a wild imagination to picture a world where AI agents are acting on our behalf in ways that simplify our daily lives and make the economy far more productive, efficient, and prosperous. The scale of what is coming is far beyond the ability of banks and the incumbent payment infrastructure to handle. And then it goes on to say, when Base launched, our priority was clear: to build a secure, low-cost, developer-friendly chain and ecosystem. It may have not have been obvious 5 years ago, but at this stage, with the convergence of regulatory clarity for dollar stablecoin with more to come, scalable blockchain technology, and autonomous AI agents, it should be apparent that global financial infrastructure is about to undergo a once-in-a-generation upgrade. The opportunities to build businesses and invest in the companies and tokens that will profit from this build-out should be enormous. This is the hand we've been dealt. Learn the new languages required, ask millions of questions, and take risks. And this is, again, the ZeroHedge article. And this actually leads us right into the new press release from Google. Powered AI commerce with new agent payment protocols, the AP2. And this is what it looks like. So today, Google announced the Agent Payment Protocol, AP2, an open protocol developed with the leading payments and technology companies to securely initiate and transact agent-led payments across platforms. The protocol can be used as an extension of the agent-to-agent A2A protocol and Model Context Protocol, MCP. In concert with industry rules and standards, it establishes a payment-agnostic framework for users, merchants, and payment providers to transact with confidence across all types of payments methods. We're collaborating with a diverse group of more than 60 organizations to help shape the future of agentic payments, including Aiden, American Express, Ant International, Coinbase, Etsy, Forder, Intuit, JCB, MasterCard, Miston Labs, PayPal, Revolut, Salesforce, ServiceNow, UnionPay International, WorldPay, and more. And I have to assume they're going to include Veritaseum once they license Reggie's patents. So there's a little video here. I'm going to skip past this. Why is a protocol needed? AI agents are capable of transacting on behalf of users, which creates a need to establish a common foundation to securely authenticate, validate, and convey an agent's authority to transact. While today's payment systems generally assume a human is directly clicking, quote, buy on a trusted surface, the rise of autonomous agents and their ability to initiate a payment breaks this fundamental assumption and raises critical questions that AP2 helps to address, including authorization. proving that a user gave an agent the specific authority to make a particular purchase. Authenticity, enabling a merchant to be sure that an agent's request accurately reflects the user's true intent. Accountability, determining accountability if a fraudulent or incorrect transaction occurs. AP2 is an open, shared protocol that provides a common language for secure, compliant transactions between agents and merchants, helping to prevent a fragmented ecosystem. It also supports different payment types from credit and debit cards to stablecoins and real-time bank transfers. This helps to ensure a consistent, secure, and scalable experience for users and merchants, while also providing financial institutions with the clarity they need to effectively manage risk. How it works: establishing trust via mandates and verifiable credentials. AP2 builds trust by using mandates, tamper-proof, cryptographically signed digital contracts that serve as verifiable proof of a user's instructions. So yeah, let's look at this again here. AP2 builds trust by using mandates, tamper-proof, cryptographically signed digital contracts. Sounds a lot like Reggie's invention to me. That serves as verifiable proof of a user's instructions. These mandates are signed by verifiable credentials, or VCs, and act as the foundational evidence for every transaction. Mandates address the two primary ways a user will shop with an agent. Real-time purchase, human present. When you ask an agent, quote, "find me new white running shoes," end quote, your request is captured in initial intent mandate. This provides the audible context for the entire interaction in a transaction process. After the agent presents a cart with the shoes you want, your approval signs a cart mandate. This is a critical step that creates a secure, unchangeable record of the exact items and price, ensuring what you see is what you pay for. Delegated tasks, human not present. When you delegate a task like, quote, "buy concert tickets in the moment they go on sale," end quote, you sign a detailed intent mandate up front. This mandate specifies the rules of engagement, price limits, timing, and other conditions. It serves as a verifiable pre-authorized proof that can allow the agent to automatically generate a cart mandate on your behalf once your precise conditions are met. Again, sounds a lot like Reggie's patents to me. In both scenarios, the chain of evidence culminates in securely linking your payment method to the verified contents of the cart mandate. This complete sequence from intent to cart to payment creates a non-reputable audit trail that answers the critical question of authorization and authenticity, providing a clear foundation for accountability. Unlocking new commerce experiences. AP2's flexible design provides a foundation to support both simple and entirely new commercial models. Let's consider a few examples below, which all assume intent mandates have been signed on behalf of a user. Smarter shopping. A customer discovers a winter jacket they want is unavailable in a specific color, so they want to tell their agent, quote, "I really want this jacket in green, and I'm willing to pay up to 20% more for it," end quote. The agent then monitors prices and availability and automatically executes a secure purchase the moment that specific variant is found, capturing a high-intent sale that would have otherwise been lost. Personalized offers. A shopper tells their agent they want a new bicycle for an upcoming trip from a specific merchant. Their agent communicates this information, which includes the trip's dates, to the merchant, whose own agent can respond by creating a custom, time-sensitive bundle offer that includes the bike, a helmet, and a travel rack at 15% discount, turning a simple query into a more valuable sale. Coordinated task. A user is planning a weekend trip and tells their agent, quote, "book me a round-trip flight and a hotel in Palm Springs for the first weekend of November, with a total budget of $700, end quote. The agent can then interact with both airline and hotel agents as well as online travel agencies and booking platforms. And once it finds a combination that fits the budget, it can execute both cryptographically signed bookings simultaneously. Support emerging payment systems. AP2 is designed as a universal protocol, providing security and trust for a variety of payments like stablecoins and cryptocurrencies. To accelerate support for the Web3 ecosystem in collaboration with Coinbase, Ethereum Foundation, MetaMask, and other leading organizations, we have extended the core constructs of AP2 and launched the A2A X402 extension, a production-ready solution for agent-based crypto payments. Extensions like these will help shape the evolution of cryptocurrency integrations with the core AP2 protocol. What's next? A call for collaboration. AP2 provides a trusted foundation to fuel a new era of AI-driven commerce. It establishes the core building blocks for secure transactions, creating clear opportunities for the industry, including networks, issuers, merchants, technology providers, and end users, to innovate on adjacent areas like seamless agent authorization and decentralized identity. We are committed to evolving this protocol in an open, collaborative process, including through standards bodies, and invite the entire payments and technology community to build this future with us. Many of the partners building A2A agents have extended their support to AP2. This growing ecosystem will continue to make their agents available to our AI agent marketplace, including new transactable experiences enabled by AP2. For example, enterprise companies could use AP2 for B2B applications, such as enabling autonomous procurement of partner-built solutions via Google Cloud Marketplace, or the automatic scaling of software licenses based upon real-time needs. That's pretty interesting. To get started, visit our public GitHub repository to review the complete technical specification, documentation, and reference implementations. Moving forward, this repository will be updated regularly with additional reference implementations from Google and innovations from the community to demonstrate the power and scalability of AP2. And that pretty much wraps up the Google press release, and moving on into Reggie's recent post. And this here highlights a demo using the X402 and Google's A2A to buy a new refrigerator. And this is just a sample. They're not actually using real money here, but it is an interesting little show of the power of agent-to-agent trading. And to this, Reggie added, "This is such a good idea, I wish I thought of it," with a happy face. Seriously, I truly welcome the sudden attention and wish the entire world can benefit from this paradigm shift. It is still my belief that the SmartMetal owners will lead this movement. Buy SmartMetal here, and a link to the VeRiDAO SmartMetal page, where you can buy your very own Veri SmartMetal silver round with embedded NFT behind this tamper-proof sticker. So as I was editing this, I got a little curious on how the 566 patent family related to this. So I asked Grok, and this is what I came up with. So the patent family centered on US11196566 B2, titled Devices, Systems, and Methods for Facilitating Low Trust and Zero Trust Value Transfer Agreements, provides foundational technology for the secure intermediary-free value exchange that underpins X402's stablecoin-based payments within Google's AP2 framework. Invented by Reggie Middleton and Matthew Bogosian and assigned to Veritaseum, Inc., the family originated from a 2014 provisional filing, the US11196566, and a full application in 2015, with the core patent granted in November 2021. It describes blockchain-based enabled, example Bitcoin or Ethereum, systems for parties with minimal trust to execute conditional value transfers, like swaps or letters of credit, via cryptographic signatures, multi-signature transactions, and distributed ledgers, without relying on central authorities or exposing parties to counterparty risk. Key features include inchoate or incomplete transaction records that finalize based or external data sources, oracles for state verification, refund mechanisms, party substitutions, and mediation, all while maintaining auditability. This aligns closely with the X402's goals of enabling AI agents to perform instant, low-friction, fraud-resistant micropayments and service monetization using stablecoins, example, USDC, on Ethereum, embedded payment intents into agent communications for seamless A-to-A or agent-to-agent settlements. X402 extends AP2 by invoking HTTP 402 payment required semantics to signal and execute on-chain transactions, reducing reliance on traditional rails for agent economies, mirroring the patent's emphasis on trust-minimized, programmable agreements conditioned on verifiable inputs. Middleton, a DeFi pioneer, has publicly highlighted these parallels, noting X402's roles in agent messaging as evocative of his patented mechanisms for embedding enforceable intents in low-trust protocols. The broader patent family expands on these concepts. So US11196566B2, November 2021, that's the core patent, low zero trust transfers via blockchain, conditional on third-party data. US11895246B2, February 2024, enhances mediation, term revisions, and multi-party substitutions for complex agreements. And US223159B2, July 2024, enforceable value transfer conditioned on external events with automated enforcement. These build a progression from basic swaps to sophisticated, agent-compatible protocols directly relevant to AP2's mandate, cryptographically signed contracts for agent authority and audit trails. Notably, Coinbase, X402 co-developer, challenged US11196566 via an IPR as an IPR challenge, and the number there is IPR 2023-00751 in 2023, but was denied institution by the PTAB, which is the Patent Trials and Appeals Board of the USPTO, affirming the patent's validity amid DeFi growth. Middleton ties his IP, or this IP, to emerging AI agent economies, as seen in his SmartMetal project, limited edition assets numbered after US11196566, because there's a limited supply of 6,566, and each one is numbered. So, yeah. Which prototypes P2P agent trades using similar trustless mechanisms or mechanics. Overall, the family represents prior art that could influence or intersect with X402's design for decentralized agent-driven commerce, emphasizing interoperability and reduced fraud in Web3 payments. Wow. All right. So again, I was curious, so I asked Grok, and now I'm going to add this to the video. And of course, this leads us into another post that Reggie shared on September 13th, 3 days before Google shared their press release. And this I will cover in more detail with VE Test Uprising in a coming verified interview. So as I was wrapping this up, Reggie just posted this, a live demonstration of a truly decentralized peer-to-peer crypto trade. So I'm just going to hit the video and watch it with you guys.
This is a screen of various server around 8 instances running. And here you will see I will broadcast a transaction intent from this phone. And you will see where, broadcasting intent. And you can see where it shows up on the other phone. And on the notebook, which has a different channel, different intent. Scroll up some, and you can see the various channels working. Broadcasting again. These P2P channels are private channels between the buyer and the seller of whatever asset is being exchanged or negotiated to be exchanged. They each have their own private channel. So no, this is not a centralized order book. It's not an exchange. It's not a bank. It's not a broker. These are two individuals, people, entities, or potentially agents negotiating deals with each other. And once they find each other and they agree on intent, they create a private peer-to-peer channel where only they can communicate. Very cool stuff. Here we have the actual silver rounds. You scan the front, secret. You get that NFT description, silver round description. You peel this tamper-proof seal off. You register the key there. It brings you up to a DApp. The smart contract creates a private key for you. And now that silver round lives on the base blockchain as an NFT. That NFT, the private key that controls that NFT, can also have an agent, which we're working on, or will soon be working on, that will be able to access that private key for transactions. Cool stuff, this technology. You could go to VeRiDAO.io to get your silver rounds. There are already several thousand silver round owners, enough to make a very, very interesting digital bartering community.
And just to add some extra context to all this is a post actually I just shared on X again today. And this is Reggie talking about the Veritaseum VeADIR platform, which he released in 2017, 2018. Again, years ahead of everybody else. But here he's talking about the serverless architecture. And I'm just going to share so you can hear it in his own words.
Now, after we develop the report, it's fed into our financial machine, which is a VeADIR, which basically takes it, it goes out into the market, it buys the actual tokens between the valuation range, and creates a model portfolio. Now, everybody can now go in if you have Veri tokens. I can't remember, it's not an investment, it's a key to get in. I say this because the regulators in the US are stringent. That's a politically correct way of saying it, right? To say the very least. Okay, you put the key in, the Veri allows you in, then you can take your capital, your Ethereum, and in the future it'll be a fiat lock, say US dollar, euro, etc., to go and purchase the portfolio. It attempts to replicate the portfolio for you. Okay, now it's not a perfect replication because, you know, things happen. For instance, certain tokens could be outside the valuation range, so they wouldn't be purchased because they're overpriced. You know, the price would have went up, or the bid-ask spread is too wide, or they're not available, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it replicates to the best of its ability that portfolio for you. And you can now benefit in the increase or decrease in price. As a matter of fact, you create the terms of the portfolio yourself by creating a smart contract on your own. And you change the length of the contract from 1 minute to 99.9 years, et cetera, et cetera. Very simple form, which I'll show you. I'll show you the VeADIR work. I'll open it up, I'll pass it around. You can take a look at it and play with it yourself. Very simple interface. It's serverless, which means that there is no server that runs 24/7. Most of it is implemented through smart contracts on a blockchain. No major blockchain has been hacked heretofore, very, as of yet. So very secure. It runs very quickly for a blockchain app. The very, very simple interface. The trader portion is centralized, but it's not a server. It's stateless or serverless. So it just exists as computer code on a hard drive. When there's a need for it, like the purchase of a token, it creates a server, spins itself up, creates a server, executes what needs to be done, and then destroys itself and falls back down. Which means in order to hack it, you need to find out where it is, get through whatever security there is to that server farm or that cloud farm. Then you have to actually hack the server itself. And you have to do all that in the 4 to 5 seconds that it's in existence, or it's gone. If you do succeed in doing all that, which is unlikely, the only thing you could force it to do is what it was designed to do, which was to buy or sell that asset. And you would have to, theoretically, pay our Veri fee to do it. So, interesting system, okay? Between the fortitude of the blockchain and a serverless architecture, even the web pages that come down exist on a distributed hard drive. So it's a hard drive that's spread throughout the world on multiple computers that come together to serve the web pages when it's needed.
Yet another example of technology built upon Reggie's patents, found in the Veri SmartMetal silver rounds, accessible through the NFT activated by the QR code found behind this sticker, which grants you access to the peer-to-peer trading powered by your very own AI agent. Again, this is a work in progress. If you found this video valuable and informative, please give it a like, share, and comment below. I am not getting paid to promote the Veri SmartMetal silver rounds, so this video is literally sponsored by the Veri community. So thank you all very much for your generous donations. I appreciate you all very much, as well as all your support. So yeah, look forward to seeing you guys next time.